Okay, so I want to talk about this thing we went to yesterday called Brickfest Live. There's a lanyard from that. VIP. It really should not say VIP. It really should say PWPM. People who paid the most. Um, anyway, well, I guess we're important to them because we have brought extra money to the table. But this thing was lame. I mean, really, really lame. Oh, there was some interesting stuff there. My main issue with this was you just cannot justify the price for this kind of thing. We have never gone to a Lego con or anything like that before. So this was our first time to try to go to a big event. And I kind of thought, watching some of the videos we were watching online about these types of things, I was thinking, man, I have a feeling I'm setting myself up for a big letdown. Because the stuff we were seeing online was really spectacular. People were building these giant MOCs. Just really, really cool. I mean, you can tell teams of people were working on things. I saw a thing, where somebody had built like all this Planet of Endor from Star Wars Return of the Jedi. And it was massive. It was just humongous. It was all these tables made up that made this giant square, and there was just trees and stuff everywhere. All this detail, little speeder bikes and AT-ATs and all, just lots of detail, and not just Star Wars, all kinds of stuff people would make. So, and that's what I was expecting to see. Lots of displays or vendors. I'll call them vendors, okay? But there was a video I saw that was online, and it was like, somebody said something like, why Brickfest Live was the worst event they'd ever been to. And I thought, I'm not going to click on that because I don't want to kind of ruin it for myself. And we bought these tickets 2 months ago. I think it was 2 months ago. So we had all this anticipation about going. So we went. So the ticket price we paid was $35 each. And that was after they took off $19 for both tickets. So would have been 35 plus 9.5, so $44.50. So yeah, the ticket price was $44.50, and then take off the $9.50 discount they gave us. Ooh, that thing was not worth $15 in my opinion to go in there for what we saw, and it was so bad I didn't even spend my time with my camera out to even make any video of how lame this thing was. It was lame, man. And I know some people, they took their little kids there and they had a fun, they thought it was worth it, but you have to realize that we have a fairly large Lego collection here at the house, and we just went to Legoland Lego Discoveryland or Legoland Discovery about 2 months ago, and with that fresh in our mind, and then after watching these videos, when we went there, it was a huge letdown. And this VIP thing, I don't even know what was the point of this thing other than, I'll show you. They had this queue set up where you waited in this long queue, and the line moved along pretty quick, but it was taking you into this curtained off area. You can't see what's inside there. You don't know what's going on. And now I kind of understand why. What they had behind that curtain was so lame. Nobody would have waited in that line. But hey, that line's for VIPs, so we're VIPs. We better go wait in a line. We paid for it. And let me show you. When you got done, you went into this curtained off area with 4 tables. They said pick one of the 4 tables. They're all the same. And there was these instruction booklets and these little tubs of Lego parts to build this. And I don't know if I made it right. I think I made it right. It's the Brickfest Live icon. or their little guy. You waited in that long queue just to build that silly thing. But we didn't even build that, to be honest. That's why I said I think I built him wrong, because I didn't try to build him in the line. We just stacked up on pieces that we didn't have a lot of at home, like these little 1x1 brackets. So I can already tell this thing's going to be lame. Look, this is what I built. And we did end up with 2 of their only little special pieces that were stickers, but I don't even care. Or 3 of them. That's what we walked away with right there. Our 2 VIP tickets got us some just generic. I mean, look at these pieces. They're just basic stuff, right? There's nothing special about any of this stuff here. That's what we got. So you have 2 lanyards, those pieces. In all fairness, for them, there may have been maybe 1 or 2 other things somewhere for VIPs in there. I don't really know. Here's another thing too. We had to buy a timed ticket for entry. So the one that was available for us, or that we chose, was 2 o'clock. So we got there at 2 o'clock. The place was so packed with people, you couldn't get in to see anything. And I was thinking, well, what's the point of a timed ticket if it's this cram-packed in here? Maybe there's a point. I don't know what it is. All I know is I was annoyed that you can't really get into something. Now, I'm a little more patient than my kids are. I got a 3-year-old with me. She's not tall enough to hardly see anything because they've got these curtains up around everything. Her eyes are just below that curtain, so I'm having to pick her up and try to hold her. I got a stroller with me. No, that's not on them. That's on me. She's very small, but I chose to take her, but they didn't charge her to get in. My son's 10, and he was so disappointed in the quality of this thing that he didn't even want to waste his time going through a lot of this stuff. I mean, we walked past and we saw what they had to offer. It was just not worth waiting in the lines to see this little bit of stuff. It's like, this is nothing important. Or, you know what? Kelvin said it best. This looked like stuff you could just buy off the shelf at Walmart. The stuff that was on display. You'd walk around a corner and the guy had the Razor Crest. He had an AT-AT. He had some of the city sets. And okay, maybe some of the city sets were all put together in a row. I'm like, there's nothing special here. But again, to be fair, maybe there's some little nuanced stuff. But I'm talking about when you're walking by casually and you're looking over, you don't see anything striking. Wow. There was a couple things like that on display. And what I'm going to show here in this video towards the end of my negative review here is the nicer things that I thought were there. And there's not a lot of it. And so, and I went by some of it kind of quick because I had an opportunity to kind of get in there before this crowd. There was a little wave. Like sometimes you'd have a little bit of time. You can get in there and you see something, and then it would just get packed full of people. And then there's always the unnerving adult fan that comes up and pushes kids out of the way so that they can get in there and get there. Yeah, I'm like, that annoys me. And like, this is kid-oriented stuff. You should never push a kid out of the way. And somebody did come up behind us and try to kind of bully their way into it. Not bully, but whatever the word is. They try to make their way into it. I'm going to see here, something like that. And I just put my elbow back out like that and made them wait. And eventually they walked away because my kids were trying to look at some stuff. So that kind of thing was going on. It sucked. I didn't like it. We didn't like it. It was not even an hour went by. We had seen everything we wanted to see, and there was a couple other things too. I have to say this. The cosplayers, there's some cosplayers there. Dude, I have this beef with anybody. If you're doing cosplay stuff, you need to try to fit the role. If you don't fit the role, man, it's just... So here's our video. I'll maybe talk through this a little bit about what we saw. So this guy's got a Battle of Hoth. And it's pretty cool. It had working turrets on it. And, They got the red. Well, it's not the R3PO, but it's another droid. And you got Scarif going on here. Shouldn't there be Death Troopers? Is that what they're called? The Black Stormtroopers?
Scarif.
Darth Vader sporting his vacation
Your
shirt.
base, is it modular so you can move it around easily?
Yeah, it's all built into sections. Like
Okay, yeah, that's the way I'm doing a gas station grocery store,
Yeah.
and I'm making it where it's modular.
Yeah, if it's massive like that, if it's very big,
Is there anything special about this Millennium Falcon? I do not know. Bunch of knockoff Lego in here. Oh, that's another thing too. I thought at these events, I thought everything was supposed to be Lego. I went to one area. A guy had built a arcade machine, stand-up video game, and he had all kinds of non-Lego stuff all over it. I like this. That's why I made video of it. Those plates at the top, those translucent blue ones, those are not cheap. I know that. This was a really, really cool setup. And when I say there was like only like just a couple of them, this was one of the few.
One, and they just made lights and stuff. They look like it's outside. Yeah, this is the one.
We'll have to pause in here, I guess, because there's a lot going on. There's a donut shop in there in the back. Can't really see it, it's in the middle, but thought a little donut shop or cookie shop was pretty funny to have on Hoth. It looks like a souvenir shop.
There's Johnny Five, and I guess it's Wally below there, right? Look at his face.
Little animatronic face, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, from the movie.
I really like this. This is the table up towards the front. This is a lot of fun. I like that truck in the background with the trailer. That's pretty cool.
I like the little trailer house thing. Okay, Claire, hang on. Daddy's making some video.
Mightiest star on the table. Yes, that would be. She's ugly.
It's pretty cool.
My best friend his parents were major shoppers.
What's this black thing here, Kel?
You guys selling a tank. I didn't notice that before.
Right on the corner. See this? See the other side? That's all little. Looks like a dog head and a parrot head. Maybe a snort.
Forgot to mention it was $15 to park downtown on top of our price. And we ended up going to a proper Lego store at North Park Mall to make ourselves feel better afterwards. So anyway, that's that was my review of Brickfest Live. It was not worth that money. 15 bucks maybe, but then the overpriced parking downtown, not on them, but still, it was not worth that. This looked like it was thrown together at the last minute. Looks like all their vendors did not show up, and they just brought in some. It's like they sent out an email about 2 nights before and said, "Hey, anybody have kids who built something? Bring it out." And then they had a bunch of empty tables they didn't know what to do with, so they just threw a bunch of random bricks on there and said, "Here, these tables you can build on." And the bricks were just disgusting. They were so nasty. They had one of those things where you put the bricks on the wall and write your name out. And I told my son, I said, "Hey, Kelvin, let's just stick bricks on here and see how far out we can make them before they start to fall over." I stuck one brick on the wall. I went to put another one, and I was like, "You know what? These things are so nasty." I just dropped them. And he said, "That's it. I'm done. I want to go." And so we just left. Then they had another table up the front. Oh, this one was different. This one was build whatever you want, but they're all white. Oh, no, man. Then their mosaic things, basically they have this giant area with a grid with a letter and a number. Let's say V22. So what you did was you walk up and there's these buckets and you picked whatever number was available and you built whatever's supposed to be on this tile. So you put all these little pieces on this little tile. That's what you did. You waited in a long line to do that. And then they would take the finished tile and go out and put it on this bigger thing that's supposed to make this gigantic mosaic by the end of the weekend. And I just thought, why do we want to wait in that long line to do that? No thanks, man. There was some other thing towards the back where it was like glow in the dark bricks, but it's basically what it was, they used a lot of black and they had the fluorescent colored bricks and they had some black lights on the corners, but it wasn't that dark. And again, it just didn't look like anything that interesting that my kids would want to do. Maybe your kids would want to do that. It just didn't look like any fun to wait in that line to do that. And then, oh, I forgot about this. They sent me 2 links inside the email when I bought my tickets for exclusives. I guess it's VIP gets these. I don't know if everybody does. You clicked on it and it took you to a link to a little poly bag of a minifigure and a little satellite. It's like an astronaut and satellite. And it said special pricing. You know, it was like the deal of the day kind of thing. $7.99. That seems a little high to me. $7.99, and that's supposed to be a deal for me? No, that's a deal for them. So I went to Bricklink and looked at the price on that set, and that set was going for $4. I went, that don't sound like a deal. And it said 15 sold in the last 25 hours or something like that. And I said, okay. But then I clicked on the next link, and it was the same exact thing, the little astronaut with a satellite. And that one said, 25 sold in the last 3 hours or something like that. It was something. Either way, I'm going, wait. Why is one sold more in a certain period of time? The other one sold less in a certain period. Are these not going to the same link? Or is there some shenanigans going on there or what? It was really weird. I don't know what the deal was with that. But then I was talking to a guy in the line when we first got there, the VIP line, about the store. I said, see, they got a store over there. And he said, yeah, I heard the deals in there are not that good. I said, okay. And I told him about my experience with the email. So we went to this little store to check it out. My son knows that stuff better than I do. He said, I don't see anything in here special. There maybe some of these are about to go out of what do you call it when Lego is about to retire? Yeah, when they're about to retire something. They had a couple things, but they had a thing you scan for the QR code. And according to another video I saw online, I haven't researched this myself, that they can change the prices on that stuff. That's why they don't put a price on the thing. And that sounds like to me that, oh, we can change the price based on demand. So, hey, Dallas has got a lot of people in this hour. Let's go in and change the price. I don't know if that's what's going on, but it sounds shady to me. And just when I was asking one of the guys there, how much is are these all these little minifigures different prices? He said they are. It sounded like to me that you weren't getting any good deals on any of that stuff either. And I'm like, and then there was this long line to check out. I'm like, why are people going so nuts about these Legos? It's stuff you can pick up in the store, anywhere, and at a regular price. So, like I said, when we're done, we're so frustrated. We just left, and we were there an hour, maybe an hour, and just this video is too late, and I'm sure if anybody's gone, it's already gone. But maybe this will help anybody who's going to go next year or in another city. Before you buy your tickets, go online and do a little bit of reading and go and read the comments about what people said. I should have done that because this event was not worth the money, not even close. I would have rather gone to the store and spent, what did we spend? We spent $85. I would have rather gone to the store and bought an $85 decent sized set that we could have put together at home. That would have been a whole lot more fun and a lot more value because it was just lame. So that's my review of it. I don't usually do negative reviews unless they really deserve it. And that place, I feel like totally deserved it. And yeah, go to their website. I mean, their website doesn't have anything. I mean, if you go there and read their website will show you what I just told you. And you're not going to see these big MOCs and stuff. Now, I did see some stuff on their website. I'm like, that's not true. At least it wasn't true for what we went to. You know, see the world's largest Lego thing. There's this lady standing next to a huge Darth Vader, right? I was going, where's that? I didn't see that. I saw a couple things there, but they were not that impressive. I saw some helmets that some people made out of Lego. And it, like I said, it looked like they just threw this thing together in the last 2 days, or I don't know. It looked like it was very hastily put together. And with the curtains around everything, so you can't see, you got to wait in these lines to get in, and you see some stuff on a curtain. What a waste. It tells me that you have something to hide because you don't have anything to show. Anyway, that's just my opinion of it. So you can comment below about it. I hope somebody out there can save some money by not wasting it at an event like this. We will go to another thing, but the next time I go to one, I'm going to do my research, and I'm going to go to one that's actually worth the money. I don't know which one it is, but I'm going to find out. And sometimes that might require going to another city. Maybe that's what we have to do. But I'm not going to do one of these things again. I can promise you that. It was definitely not worth a small bucket of nothing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and the few displays that were cool there. And that's it. Check you guys next time.